Conforming and going live. Okay, what is up? Astrobate, thanks to the gift subs yesterday. As we close in on the end of the week, today we're taking 7+5 casual rapid challenges only. Nothing else. Subscribers do not apply today. Schumacher first. Schumacher, Gumshaun, and Amarales. Hey. It's Fat Albert. What's up? Alright. Serious chess today. Oh, dude. Tell that to Djokovic's dad, man. Alright. Keep your old man for Papa Djokovic. The senior joke. Princess Chess 64, welcome. Good morning. To Mr. Staunton, editor of the Staunton Chess Players Chronicle. Alright, C4, E6, Knight F3. The ready. Are you ready? Princess, just good morning. You keep some odd hours, I had the feeling. So you sleep when people normally are awake, and you are awake when people are normally asleep, is the impression that I get. Is that about the gist of it? Does that sound about right? Already read. That's an old one. We haven't played the Ready in a while. It's pretty lame. Better to play the Catalan. Is there any way we can kind of try something different here? Trying to fix that. Night is me time. They let you out at night? You sneak out from the sanitarium? Or what? You're a vampire, maybe. Alright. Astrobate sneaks out in the evenings, for sure. I really don't know when he sleeps. Nothing will faze this guy. Through books. Reading. Nighttime reading. It's been a while since I read a book, sadly. Just go through phases. I go through phases where I feel like I get into reading and then I stop for a while. Lately it has not been on. Alright. Masturbate, that's quite a post you got there. Try to keep it to under one page. Alright. Love thyself. Mr. Lowe and yourself. I need new glasses. What is up, guys? I had the craziest dream/nightmare last night. I didn't think you would play c5, but that might be a smart move. If you play b6 there, I was going to do knight d4 and go for that hole on c6. So he smelled the rat. The smell of a nice fresh rat. We're trying to confuse the user. Bishop b2, d4, e3, e5, takey, shaky. You're gonna play b6, aren't you? You're a chicken like that. I better play d4 soon. I totally forgot my old system. I used to play like this with white when before I was a master, before I reached National Master. I would play this type of setup all the time. E3 is normal here. If I play d3, you can't play d4. If I play d3, you play bishop e7. This is standard. This is standard now. This is your life. Ha! Ha! Nah. Structure. Favorable structure. Favorable structures. So, positional trick. Technically, yes, but not a big deal, I guess. He could have taken with the knight, right? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's good. Maybe it's safer. I don't get the feeling that Sumher likes this structure because he generally avoids it, you know. That's the only reason I'm saying like, ha, you know. It doesn't seem like he normally allows that to happen. He is anti-hanging pawns. So if I play there she blows. Acerbate, you big donkey, you. Alright, what are we gonna do? Shelf elf. Time for shelf elf. Shelf elf. Princess Chess. Do you like shelf elves? Shelf elves. Look at those holes. Holes everywhere. C6, F5. Tempting to play that. My queen is unhappy here. Unhappily. It's unhappily situated. Rapid fire moves. Work. What kind of work? What kind of... I heard Aspirate's looking for a job. What kind of work? All right. Princess Chess is a Santa's helper. Santa's aide. Oh, not any kind that pays. Well, I guess technically, for something to be a job, it doesn't necessarily have to pay. You can have an indentured servant, for example, slave. What else? Charity work. There's a lot of things that fit in the category of not getting paid. Alright. Knight h5. Now your d5 pawn feels very lonely. I'm lonely. Nobody loves me. Sumher. What am I reminding myself of? Alright. Well, waking up in the morning is very similar to being drunk and having a hangover, I find. I'm funnier when I'm tired or drunk. And this morning, there's no alcohol involved. Willing victims. So you played bishop e4. Well, that was the first thing I thought of. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, this is a regular quandary. Gonna need to produce some real magic here. But you know what happened was I slept well last night. I had a nightmare that was actually kind of cool. It wasn't bad. It was like a kind of cool nightmare. I don't know what to call it. It was frightening, but at the same time very detailed and very cool. Which means that I slept extremely deeply. It was more toward the morning, but I call it night last night. Actually this morning. Deep sleeps are kind of rare for me, so I'm seeing things a little more clearly than usual, thinking more clearly. That's a nice knight you got there. It's a mighty nice knight coming to e4. Do you want to let him off the hook easy here? Not so easy. It's a horrifying position for black. Well, I had trouble going to sleep, but once I got to sleep, yeah, it was pretty good. Lucky duck or dirty birdie? All right. That was an expression I only ever heard one person I knew say. Dirty birdie. Like something your old aunt would say. I knew he would play this move. It was like, this position is a horror show for black. But he doesn't get mated on the upside. The good news is black's not getting mated. The pawn on d5 is so weak, I don't want to take it. But I guess it has its moments. It does take away the e4 square from his g5 knight with that anchor. Without the anchor to go to e4, also gives me knight c6. Oof. That's some serious threat there, but wow, master of tactics. He has his own little tactic. Naughty, naughty. Wanted to play knight f4. How many knights can you have attacking f4? What a coincidence. He's a weird player, this guy. For someone who doesn't calculate, he comes up with a lot of tactical threats. Just lucky, I guess. Alright. Yes. Can never be too careful. Mate. He has a perfect pawn structure now that he lost the central pawn. You gotta give him credit for that, right? Arsenal fan. Long time no see. So, what's happening in the world with chess? Tata. I've not seen any games from Tata. I have to work constantly. No time to follow real chess world. I live in artificial chess world. And made up artificial chess world. Ripun Bansal back. Oh man. Maybe Arsenal fan and Ripun came together. A new triumph for the ready. It sucks yet wins. I'm only gonna mention comments that make sense this week. In the past I used to just respond to everything on the screen. Not gonna fall for that trick. Let's secure that. Secure that shit. But in the past he's done well against my ready. I manipulated the move order to trick him out of his normal sort of formation or whatever. He did the kind of usual thing. He's still not done yet. He's hanging on. I need to get on the 7th. Second pawn will really put him away. That second pawn is really a doozy. Oof. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, alright. Are your seatbelts fastened for this last stage? Careful. This could get scary. I like this bishop. It's well centralized. He's still got threats. Unbelievable. The OK Corral. No. 3 pawns for $1. Damn, he still won't resign. Nah. 3 pawns for $1. That's too much, dude. This was clean. That's the way I like it. Nice and clean. No counterplay. No fun for the opponent. He just wants to quit chess now. Alright. Nothing personal. Deshawn. Careful. You just want to make the opponent hate chess. This player, though, sort of weird that GM Sean is here, but Ripun Bansal is in the chat at the same time. That's kind of a weird coincidence. We told you no opening book. Remember, no using the opening book. He doesn't listen. He always uses the opening book. %91 got crushed. Johann Lieber just followed. It's funny, yesterday there was something called Jesus Saves 3-2 that followed, and I was just thinking just stupid joke, but what is Jesus saving for anyway? I always wondered, but no one ever says. You know, everyone says Jesus saves. What is he saving for? Seriously. My nightmare last night was like, it was about like Armageddon. Gadakamsky has a U.S. passport. That's useful, right? I was just thinking about him. You know, he like probably lives in frickin' Russia. Awkward. Kind of awkward, right? Nothing personal against Gada, but man, that's an awkward situation. Oh, you're making a Mexico joke. Jesus is saving for U.S. passport. All right, I get it now. That's a good one. Is this still opening book? I don't think 97 is really highly recommended by the opening book. But F4 is always dangerous. That's pretty good. I haven't been thinking about, yeah. It's a far right rallying cry, the border and all that crap. But there's too much going on in the rest of the world. At least for me to pay attention to that. Too much going on. The Mexican border is a thing. I guess if you're close to the border, it's more important, but it's hard to recognize the importance of the Mexican border from Hungary. Man, this guy is good. He's used 0 time. The mysterious GM Sean. I think it's Ripun Bansal. Just a friend. Just asking for a friend. Damn, Ripun. I don't know if you can say more awkward stuff. That's like totally stupid. You don't know him? It's just a coincidence? Okay, he was here the other day. You didn't show up at the same time. He doesn't show like a nation or anything, but for some reason I thought he was from India. I don't know why. Alright. We're going to go with B5. No, he played here the other day, and I'm just joking. It's not necessarily you. It's just funny. I thought you were really Arsenal fan. F4 is super principled. Well, it opens up the bishop for the bishop on C8. It's either super principled or super dumb. Pawn takes pawn. Yeah, no, I mean, it's standard stuff, I would say. Interesting idea I have there. Wow. This is crazy, dude. This is unsound. This must be unsound. I just wanted to do it. I wanted to try it. Jesus Christ, dude. Someone can explain to me how this player is 1700, right? I'm gonna go through that spiel again. There's no way you would be 1700. No, at least like 1900 or 2000 or something. You know, this is totally bullshit. I don't even feel like playing this player. It's so artificial. Like the rating is so ridiculous. I want to just resign. Alright, I'm not going to play you. Like, it's a waste of time, dude. Why are you playing Bullet? Seriously, let's take another challenge. I'm sorry, but this grandstanding with the Bullet and stuff is just... I'm not interested in playing Bullet against people where they're using, like, 6 seconds for the whole game. I want to play, like, serious chess where people are taking the game seriously, not playing the whole game in 10 seconds against me. It's not interesting. I'm not going to play you anymore. Like, seriously. I don't want to play people who play the first 20 moves in 5 seconds. It's not interesting. I want to take the game seriously, have some time to think, not be rushed constantly. Like, it's constantly my turn. Every single move, it's my turn. It's really annoying, dude. I'm just not interested in that. This is not a bullet, stream. I'm not trying to play bullet chess. Do you understand that? It's just really annoying when it's constantly my turn. My opponent never spends like more than 1 second, and he's supposed to be 1700. 1700, you're like blundering pieces and stuff. And you can play 20 moves without making a single like inaccuracy. It doesn't make any sense, I don't know if you're like multiple people or how that works, or how you play the opening perfectly every game when your lichess rating is like 1700. It totally doesn't make any sense. Usually you lose, but it's always weird, It's been weird for 75 games. I don't know how to explain it. Alright, enough, dude. It's hopeless. This is funny, man. I'm just gonna time you out, but don't say any more stupid stuff. I'm really not in a bad mood. Arsenal thinks I'm like really toxic, probably. Just came back. I'm like banning people, timing them out. But I mean, dude, the comments that guy's making are just like ridiculous. Like, what is he talking about? The whole world is like holding its breath about the Ukraine war and shit, and he's like, oh, nothing. No one talks about the Ukraine war. It's the only thing in the news. Like, what are you looking at? It's the only thing, Everything that Ripon said is like the opposite of reality. Every time he puts something on the screen, it's like totally absurd. I can't read it anymore. But anyway, good to see you guys. What's up? No bullet chess, no talking about bullshit, like pulling it out of your ass. Other than that, I'm in a good mood. Like, I'm totally in a good mood. It's good to see some old friends here. You guys probably think no, I feel good. I'm in a good mood, but I wanted to play like real chess. I don't want to play people who are playing bullet against me. And if you're gonna just say stupid stuff like Ripon in the chat, I'm not gonna ban you. I'm just gonna time you out, till you stop saying stupid stuff. No problem. Is that constantly being your turn the reason why people fear? Well, dude, it's very unpleasant when people do that over the board too. But I don't have the option to like ban them. I wish I could like ban my opponents over the if I could ban my opponents over the board, that would be awesome, man. Fortunately, Arsenal fan, the players that I play, for the most part, are good enough that they don't do that. But I want to ban them in real life. Shit. Alright, Morales playing real stuff. The real variation. It's hard to slow down and, when they're rushing you. Of course, it's like super annoying. But it's not just kids. I know, I had this one Hungarian adult who used to do it. Banning people in real life over the board chess would be cool. I ban you. Banished. I played the Sean guy 70 games or something. If he doesn't understand what I'm about by now, it's like hopeless, After playing me like 70 plus games and watching my stream, you don't understand what I'm about, then you're never gonna understand, and it's hopeless. Alright, what's up? The senior. You see that? Now we're getting some viewers that might have a chance to understand. The senior. I just want you guys to think a little bit. At least give me a few seconds to think. Not to constantly, it's my turn, it's my turn, it's my turn. My opponent has 7 minutes and 50 seconds when he started with 7 minutes or something. It's just an utter waste of time. And then he hangs a piece. So I'm like rushed for 40 moves, and then my opponent hangs a piece on move 40. That's the game with Sean Pinto. Normally. I'm like, rushed, and then he hangs a piece on move 39. Like, what's the point, you know? Yeah, I want to find a way to do real-life bannings. Okay, so where are we here? This is always not easy. Those are strong hanging pawns. They're not really hanging pawns, actually. We should clarify. Are they hanging pawns? Yeah, I mean, the blockade against c4 is a normal plan. c5 is a normal plan. But, you know, are they technically hanging pawns? Is a tree really weak if no one's there to see it? It's a good question, a technical chess question. Do hanging pawns necessarily have to be on two half-open files to be hanging pawns? I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. By definition, I guess this is a hanging pawn structure. It's the structure, not my structure that matters. Oh, we got a message. It must be from one of these. Banned, timed out, foolish children. Wasting my time. I'm sorry, sir, for wasting your time. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, white is better in these structures. I don't feel comfortable no matter what move I consider here. I mean, yes, trying to play for like knight a5. My queen's going to get hit no matter what I do. I don't know. Preemptive. This is probably a mistake. The move order was weird. I think bishop f4 transposes to a known variation. If he plays bishop f4, I can sack the pawn on c7. I don't have any other options now. My move is probably inaccurate. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to play... I'm supposed to have this bishop out. Like on f5 already. But do you put the knight on c4 or do you leave it on a5 and play for c5 first? Yeah, it depends, right? I think everything depends on what you know he's doing exactly, right? Bishop f4. If I play bishop f5, my b7 pawn is weak. I think at this point we don't have any serious alternatives. Queen d8 is very passive. I'm going to give him the pawn. Are they hanging pawns now? He doesn't have to take on c7. Sometimes it's a mistake. He'll lose the initiative if he takes on c7. Greedy pawn grabber. Take it. I dare you. Are you a greedy pawn grabber? Grabber of pawns. That does give him a protected passer on d4, though, to be fair. Has to be with the old quote? Of course. Dude, he's older than me. Officially ancient. Now what do I do? b5? Knight a5. Knight a5 is okay, right? Because Arsenal said it's okay. It does lose control of the e5 square, which concerns me a little. This is your accountant. Don't talk about accountants. Tax time is coming up in like April. Ugh. Don't remind me that I have to pay not only taxes, but for someone to do the taxes, which is even more painful. Do you play with your followers? When I'm not banning them, yeah. the senior. Just the people who call me sir. You lost the exchange? No, he's got a trick. Knight b3, c4, very deep. Wow, he wins my knight if I do that. That's wonderful. Alright, it's like a deep trap. Just defending the pawn, though, makes sense. How about queen b3? It's an interesting move. Queen b3. We have a problem with queen b3. Queen b3, bishop d6. To answer his question seriously, I'm playing with viewers and subscribers to the stream. Of course. But if people play like freaking bullet chess against me, I'm gonna ban them permanently from the stream. Queen a2. I got a hate mail from someone already, so I can't wait to open that. It's like Christmas. When I ban someone and get a message shortly thereafter, I'm always very anticipatory about that. Okay, I'm covered, right? I can play rook d8. We have coverage. When in doubt, develop your pieces. It's not mental, Arsenal fan. I mean, b5 is a totally standard blockading strategy. Not mental at all. I mean, that's a completely natural move. In fact, I like it much better that he's not on a1 to support a4. No, I mean, of course it's not mental. It's not as safe as like b6 or something. You know, there could be a support point on c5. So this is like a really very standard Petrov thing. White grabs the pawn, but he's tied down to that backward pawn. And I think that black has hopefully enough compensation, although I'm not absolutely certain. Bishop e5, knight e5, knight b3, bishop f3 now. So there's all these stupid tactics. There I would have. So he played queen a4 finally. Triple protecting. It's like toothpaste. Triple protection. Another pawn. Oh my god. That's asking for a lot, isn't it? Knight c4, bishop c4, rook c4, queen a7. Man, 2 pawns down is a bit much. That's getting expensive. But the problem is he's threatening me. Beavis. I don't know. I'm just going on my instinct. I didn't know Morales was so freaking materialistic. There were a lot of possibilities for both sides in this game. Did I miss knight b3? That never works. It's too late now. Another pawn. Wait, what was my plan again? I'm just gonna be down like a million pawns. Well, maybe Arsenal's right. Maybe the secret is to play b5 next. And then his queen is like in la-la land. If he plays queen a7, I can play b5. If he plays bishop takes c4, I take with a rook. a7 is free. Of course it's free. It's the free range pawn. Totally free. His queen isn't getting directly trapped. It's obviously dangerous, but I don't think I can like win material or something. He didn't pull the trigger on it. Well, now I can play a6. Do I want to play a6? b5, queen a7. Rook a8, queen c5. I missed knight b2. Okay, whatever. Rook d1 was ridiculous. Yeah. Morales. Morales. That was a ridiculous blunder. Blunder, bro. Not up to Morales' normal standards. Keep wanting like queen takes d4 to work. Doesn't work. White just simply missed the fork, that's all. There's nothing else to the situation. He simply missed a knight fork. That's it. Nothing to see here, folks. Of course. Sorry, man. I'm curious if this is theory. You know, the move order was a bit weird. So apparently that's surprising to me. So a3 just isn't common. Okay, I've played it before myself, probably. It's just not as common as the other lines. So this is absolutely a variation. Kasparov Adams 2002. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Wow, Kasparov Dao Tian. Because it happens to be another game. Yeah, I'm supposed to play bishop f5. I realized as soon as I played bishop f6 that it's not the right move. But we transpose back to something, I think, after bishop f5. Wow, Gary didn't take the pawn. I told you it was materialistic. Gary played rook e1 here. And we transpose back to theory. Wow. Greedy Morales. Bishop takes c7. And this guy played bishop f4, but yeah, I mean, basically played a good game. But to answer your question, no, the pawn is not poisoned. I'm 2 pawns down, but I have compensation for 1. That's good, right? But a6 was a blunder. I missed knight b2. We both blundered. I didn't know what to play. No, you have bishop takes c4, Holmes. Rook a8 is nothing special. Now I'm 2 pawns down. How many? 3 pawns down? This is 3 pawns down. 2 pawns down. I was actually talking about this. 2 pawns too many. No, this is ugly. I'm 2 pawns down if I do that. I don't want to be 2 pawns down. 1 is okay, but 2 is bad. 2 too many. If you played Queen A7, what was I going to do? I think I was seriously going to play B5. I was going to play B5. Yeah, this is probably a reasonable try. Because A3, you know, I don't know if you can not lose that. Wow. A4, rook A8. Yeah, this is what I was looking at. A4, you know, something like rook A8. And then, yeah, whatever. So takes. I get one of my pawns back. But I'm still down a pawn. You know, so. I'm not sure. If queen takes, B5 was my recommendation. Computer's saying queen D7. Oh, this machine is it has a very powerful processor. I'm sure my move's not better. But I didn't see the point of queen D7 really. It's kind of a subtle move. Alright, next challenge. The rated Senior X, you have to challenge me to 7+5 casual. I forgot to tell you that. 7+5 casual. No bullet. Take your time. I'll resign if people play bullet chess against me. I want to play like serious, thoughtful chess. You did rook d1 on purpose? Wow, that was creative. I played e4. I don't know what came over me. I haven't been playing e4 at all. We'll play conservatively. I've only been playing d4. I'm really just pounding out the d4s. So that my tournament play is very solid. The modern defense with a6. I don't know if a6 is considered a thing against the c3 setup. Dude, you like banned me 10 times before. Here we go. Blah 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 blah. Alright. And I banned you for the 11th time. Hopefully the last. If you can't learn from the first 10, it's ridiculous. Hunter 1998 Hunter Gatherer. Who is Hunter Gatherer? Man, Senior X, you're all over the place. No, challenge me to 7+5 casual. He challenged me 10-0 and 7-0 rated. 7+5 casual, not rated. Queen sack. He had a queen sack. Well, I agree with Arsenal fan. I don't like munching pawns, especially in a fast time control. What queen sack? I didn't know there was a queen sack. I probably missed some chat. I don't think bishop g4 is right. How is that a good move? Under any circumstances. With the fianchetto type of setup here. When he played bishop c4 attacking my queen. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was afraid to do it. I looked at queen takes d4. Yeah, I was afraid to do it. I just wasn't sure. I wouldn't. I probably could be sure if I had more time to think, but yeah, I definitely consider it. Of course. Yeah, sure. No, we have to consider it. The Queen sack there might be good. Abso-positively. Approved. Maybe. Yeah, of course. I get a piece and a rook or something. But the problem is he's never getting back rank mated. I don't like giving up the bishop here. Maybe you should just go back and admit your mistake. I'm not sure. Burrito is a bean sack. That's funny, man. That reminds me of this Hungarian food that's really weird. They have this pastry. Hungarians are big on pastry shops and stuff like that. And there's this one like sweet pastry that's called a toros tashka, which means like a tashka is a bag basically. So it's like a cheese bag. Just not an attractive name for a sweet pastry, in my opinion. Can I have a cheese bag, please? A bean bag. Well, yeah, I don't go near the pig fat jello. That's very popular, kochonia. Oh, it's nasty looking. There are like chunks of meat though that you can actually eat if you stay away. If you stay away from the jello part. Fruit soup is good, of course, usually with cherries. It's traditional. I don't eat blood sausage, but that's probably a multicultural concept. Yeah, nice stuff. Not a haven for vegetarians, obviously. I really love the pig fat jello description. But I mean, jello is people, right? Popular with Muslims. The pig fat jello. And Jews. I was joking with a friend of mine who's Jewish. Somewhere they were talking about a rabbi who approved genetically modified lab grown meat for being kosher or something. It's like, man, there's no way that any kind of meat grown in a lab can be considered kosher. That's like literally the definition of something that's not kosher. But I don't go near the jello, the meat jello. Jello is meat though, you know. Don't tell the little children where jello comes from. By the way, it's like Santa Claus. I was very naive when I was a kid. Don't ruin jello for me. Black's position doesn't seem great, but it's still hard to break it down. Yeah, maybe I should do this. Generally, I don't like doing this, but yeah, maybe it's a mistake. Maybe there is no good move for white. I don't know. I'm trying to kill his bishop. How long is the wait? Senior got the right time control. Third time is a charm, they say, right? Bishop d5, not a good move. The wait. I feel like we're running a restaurant or something. How long is the wait? We can seat you in about 20 minutes. Have a seat at the bar. We'll bring you. The waitress will bring you a cocktail or something. That reminds me when I was a little kid. We used to go out to eat, and there was always a wait in the restaurant. So you just a perfect excuse for your parents to like sit at the bar and down a couple drinks before dinner. All right, I figured out a plan. I'm a genius. It's deep. And it sucks. But other than that, it's great. Figured out a plan, supposedly. I don't know. I regret what I did here. Arsenal fan, you like action movies, right? I've never really been that big on action movies. The Carcasses makes me think of action movies. And last night I watched, you're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this. I never watched The Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I watched The Predator for the first time last night. I'm not a fan of like stupid action movies, really. I watched The Terminator. But The Carcasses made me remember. Just Carcasses is all you need to think about. Positional chess. I liked it. Loved is a little strong. I didn't even realize that Jesse Ventura was in that movie. And isn't it ironic that two people went on to become like politicians? Both Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse Ventura. Is Jesse Ventura still alive, by the way? He probably is, right? Never hear anything about him in the news or anything. He was like a mayor or I forget. I mean, why would you need a real actor to play the Predator? That's stupid. You would just get a stunt man. Why would you pay like Jean-Claude Van Damme actor salary when you pay a stuntman? It doesn't make sense. All right. Well, I mean, he's old now. Then again, when did that stop us from electing old people as politicians? Alright. Well, we're not going to talk about politics for sure. I had this one guy the other day going off about how too much money is printed. I was just like, I have no idea about the amount of currency being... I don't want to talk about that on my stream. Come on. Here and there, the political stuff... the important political stuff, but I'm not going to get into like economic policy debates that I don't even fully understand. They were real excited about it. I was like, oh, come on. Gollum was casted by a human too. They attached sensors on the faces and body. Aha. like VR. This is a good move. C4. So now I've got to think. Damn. Yeah, I think I'm screwed here. C4 is a really strong move. No, I think it's a good move. I was hoping he wouldn't find that. That's a relatively deep strategic concept. I didn't like. No, my C3 is hanging. Arse. The other I wouldn't mind like giving up the C pawn or the E pawn, but I've got to immediately do something about that knight takes C3. Maybe I could have done it though. You know, maybe I could just play something simple like bishop takes, C4 knight E4 rook C1 or something. This is atrocious for me. Yeah, he's like taking forever to play the right move. Now, now what am I going to do? I practically have to take. It's just gross. Ugh, it hurts. I have to do this. On the plus side, his bishop is bad too. We both have bad bishops, so it's not that bad for me. On the plus side, where's his knight going? And I have control of the C. The C3 controls D4, so maybe I'm okay. Morales. White's still slightly better. Yeah, I had to take. Unfortunately, and go into this with a crappy bishop. C4 was a good move, I think. It was smart. Damn. Now what do I do? Jesus. Okay, no choice. I have to go C5. I don't know, Ripun Bunsel's pretty strong. Very fearless. And positionally strong. Depth to the play there. By black, no? Some sophisticated depth. What do you mean whoops dropping a pawn? What pawn? What whoops? What are you talking about? This pawn? My pawn? Oh yeah, maybe I'm dropping a pawn. I thought you were talking about him. Yeah, he's a freaking genius. You didn't see that already? Time management perfect. Perfect play. Black should come out of this with very low CPL. Opening was inaccurate. But the middle game was played extremely well. Calculation wise. And good time management. Now, oops, I dropped a pawn. Too good to be true. Oh, you have that. Jesus Christ. I knew it. Like, it was too good to be true. I said it. I even said it was too good to be true. Yeah, I mean, he's just too strong. I lost the last game against him, too. Got crushed. Remember that? And now black is possibly better. I don't know, though. Probably not better with the outside pawn. If I don't lose it, I'll probably drop it, though. Yeah. I would estimate I would drop this pawn in the next few moves. Most likely. Wow. He's careful not to play too fast or he might get pissed off. Oh, you want that one. Man. I guess. Is that a good move? Oh, jeez. Wow. Yeah, this is a very bad game by me tactically. I mean, I really missed a lot of moves. You were fine. The opening was bad for black. This is terrible. You know, interestingly, like, should he give up his bishop here for nothing? Bishop d7 is probably just too slow. So he basically, like, gives me his bishop for nothing, and he's worse. He's the... It's not GM Sean. He misplayed the opening. But it's like, what do I do now? You know, I guess I have e5. I should have been more aggressive, maybe. Not even sure this works, actually. He has knight d5 there. Yeah, this is a big mistake. But your position isn't that bad. It's funny. He just gave up his light square bishop for nothing. It's basically a Roy Lopez. And I don't know what to do. Wow, b3 is the engine move. Jesus Christ. I'm a genius. I only made one blunder. Queen c2, not queen e2. Too subtle for me. And now c4 right away. He could have played. This is a good move. That was a nice positional pawn sack. We played a good game until like this point. Right here. Where I just like... He hangs his a pawn, first of all. No, he didn't. Oh, I have rook c1. No, it's not that clear. So I blundered first, really. What happens there? Black's slightly better. But probably a draw. 30 CPL versus 48. Now we got a million challenges. We have 45 minutes remaining in stream time. The senior finally got it right. 7 plus 5. The senior. Senior moments. Husky. Oh, God. He's going to crush me. Then there's a couple other players that are new. Alright. Guys, the next stream is Sunday. I have a team game on Sunday morning, so it'll be pretty tough. We have a Sunday simul after a match for the Hungarian Team Championship on Sunday. Sunday simul, 6:30 p.m. CET. Yeah, he did a good job. I've just totally spaced on rook takes c6, so I'm not... I mean, I'm worse after I blundered that. But it was hard to beat you anyway. Senior moment. Yes. I've been playing all d4. My d4 is good. Here we have two options. Two systems I'm happy with. g3 and c4. Good in time scrambles. I quit playing blitz, man. That's the secret to being good at time scrambles. I guess. Not really. It's not a true time scramble with increment. But I'm pretty good with this increment. You know, if you play the same increment all the time, you become accustomed to it. But I mean, c4 I've also been playing all my life, but specifically in this position. c4, bishop g4, queen a4. I don't like the Chigorin. I know Arsenal fan plays it. It's playable. It's not terrible. Of course, we've seen this before. E takes f is considered superior to bishop takes, but both are playable. There's an argument for both. I'm pretty sure the computer likes e takes better. I don't know. Black should play, to be honest, I don't know what black should play. Black should probably play bishop f5 rather than bishop g4. I don't know. Seems better. Now, is he just losing a pawn for nothing here? I've played a lot of games. I've talked many times about my game with Sedlak, where he played bishop f5. I lost the game, but I had an interesting opening. That was like 5 years ago. That's the only time I've ever played this sign in a tournament game, but I have extensive experience playing blitz. I feel like g3 is underrated against the Chigorin. People don't realize how simple and easy to play it is. It's just a reverse Jababa, yeah, and it's... the extra tempo is really juicy for white. Juicy. It's a juicy extra tempo. Black has to be careful, or he can lose the initiative pretty badly. I mean, the Jabavo London is a dynamic system. Being down a tempo, it just doesn't have the same bite, you know. Imagine, you know, critical openings where it's very sharp. Every tempo counts. Check. Bishop e3. Castle's queenside. That's an awesome variation. Asterbait would like submit that game for the stream. Queen e7 check, bishop e3. Queen b4 check. Now where do I go? A sensible move. Could just go home, but then queen e7 check again. Alright, I don't know where to go. We're gonna choose a non-committal option. Queen f3. Rather than check, just forcing black to develop. You know, this is like the no-brainer. If I go here, I'm just like insisting my opponent develop his pieces. Though it's probably okay. Black's down a pawn. No real compensation. The extra pawn could be pretty useful. I'm actually playing a little too quickly here. Criticizing others for playing too quickly. Now I'm playing too quickly. I don't know what got into me. Well, if you have a very good position, you're sure about it, that's one thing. This was the plan. And the problem for bishop b6. Jim, haver of 100 cheer badge. Procurer of 100 cheer badge. Dr. Chip Chance, you're not a subscriber. Need a gift sub for Dr. Chip Chance. Alright. Queen b5. Why am I thinking about Queen b5? It's weird. Why is Queen b5 in my mind? Don't know where that like came from. I could play like c3, then a5. Sanctions? Joblessness? Oh shit, your joblessness. Sanctions is one thing, I understand. Joblessness, sorry to hear that. Just give me your card number, Jim, and I'll take care of it for you. It's funny, the other day there was this new subscriber who I guess got gift subbed, called Nikki the Greek. And it turned out it was a woman, or claimed they were a woman. I mean, I'm always skeptical, of course, on the chess stream, people claiming to be female, but the internet chess stream and you're claiming to be female. But it's funny because I have a friend whose name is Nikki, and she's Greek. Yeah, I guess. You can be Greek, female, and named Nikki. I have several friends who are Nikki, who are female. Nicoletta. Nicoletta Lacos, not Lacos Nicoletta, is a chess player from my generation. It's a fairly common Hungarian name too. Chess players pretending to be women online. Unheard of. Yeah, but feel free to send me your credit card number. I'll just deduct a donation directly. Jim is an old... But I mean, is it more common for men or women? Nikos or something, right? Nikolos or Nikos. But which is more common in Greece, a man or a woman to be named Nikos or... Nikki the Greek sounds like a bookie or something. What was that? Oh, Jimmy the Greek, right? That was the famous like sports expert. Jimmy the Greek. Jimmy doesn't even sound Greek. You are Jimmy the Greek. But you know, like in Hungary, you're not allowed to just name people like you know. Like Elon Musk wouldn't be able to name his children like 3, exclamation point. In Hungary, they're very strict about it. You can't just like make up names. Like they have to be on some kind of list or something. Jim, your Dr. Chess Zebra Master Texter. Oof, this doesn't look good. Just losing a piece. Lose of piece. Jimmy the work. I'm like, what? I believe that was a real word, man. I was like, okay, I don't know that. I have to be careful. I'm out of touch with pop culture. I don't know what a work is. But I believed you that it is something real. You've heard that, yeah, nameless. It seems like everyone in like Iran is named Ali Reza. Speaking of name lists. Alright. Knight takes d6. Up a piece. I was about to drop it. Okay, let's not drop that knight. I'd like to get the f5 pawn if I could. Almost threatening to trap his queen. Muhammad Ali. Yeah, black is gone. Goners. Okay, we've got time for a few more games. The Husky. The Husky is in the house. Husky, we lost your challenge. Oh no. Yeah. That's the time I lost to a 1600 in a Blitz tournament. That mate. I always mention it. Okay, Husky's back. This is going to be rough. He's 25-37. My only defense is I lost a lot of points on forfeits. I would be, I know this sounds like excuses, but I would be 2600 in Rapid. But I like playing the hourly arenas, and sometimes I get distracted, and I would just like, several times it happened, I lost massive losses on, I still argue that you shouldn't get forfeited if you don't make a move. That's, forfeited, yes, but lose rating points, no. I think that lichess should change that. It's just not right, If you don't make a move, you can't lose your rating points. That's the way it works in over-the-board chess. Why should it be different here? If you make a move and then you forfeit, it's a different story. But if you don't show up to the game, you don't make a move. Not one move. If you're playing an hourly arena and you forfeit the second round because you didn't make a single move, it shouldn't be rated. First of all, I think it's unfair. Secondly, it skews the rating system. All you're doing is like making people incorrectly rated. I know that the idea is to like discourage people from forfeiting games, but all we're doing is like creating massive inaccuracy in the rating system by punishing people, by taking 50 rating points when I lose in a game. I just wanted to vent about that a little bit, you know. All right, Husky. I should be $25.99, but I'm $25.02. All right, I'm underrated, so be careful. At least I got white. Oh, I had a new idea for you. Is he here? He is here in the house. Ali Hussein Muhammad. You have like 6 names, Dr. Trip Chance. Jim the Greek. Alright. What was my plan again? Oh, not to play knight f3 too early. Kaleidoscope. Oh, the vibrating things again. That makes me wish I didn't eat a big breakfast. Welcome everybody to the stream. Don't forget, donate and gift sub. If you want to gift a donation of a sub, you might want to consider Dr. Tripchance or Jim. Kaleidoscope Guy, another candidate. Your full name has 26. You have all the English characters. No. How many letters in the alphabet again? Funny that I don't have that memorized. I've never been a big one on memorization. Husky might suspect something. Suspect. We've been preparing for Husky. Not intentionally. Uh-oh, he varied. He corrected his move order. He played knight on bd7 here. But that's technically a different opening. We're going to have to change our plan now. Guys, don't forget to gift subs and presents. Husky Sparkle Horse 19-19. That's impressive that I can hold Husky to a 50% score, I think. All right, Kavira A6. The A6 here commonly played against Rook C1. What about against Queen C2? What about it? C5, B6, B4, A5. Ooh, we got it. We got it, Jim. Jim's card's working. Dude, are you serious? 1,500 bits? Dude, very generous. Thank you. He got his card working. 1,500 bits. Super generous. The leader in bit donations for this week is the Jim. Jim should be a VIP. He's been on the stream a long time. His attendance has been a little bit shaky of late. However, can I play C takes D and just play the boring? The well-heeled king is raiding with a party of 6. Speaking of, is there a waiting list? This also always makes me feel like I'm hosting a restaurant or something. Party of 6. We're going to need to put 2 tables together in the back, if you don't mind. Otherwise, you can wait in the bar. I wonder about this. What other move would I play other than Bishop D3? Sort of a stupid question. Now we're going to exchange Queen's Gambit. Yeah, of course. You like the bar. Yeah, it brings back memories. My childhood, I talked about this earlier, childhood memories of smoky restaurant bars. When, you know, the old days when they had smoking in restaurants, when I was a kid. Would you like smoking or non-smoking? That's something that you don't hear anymore. H6. So H4 is possible, but not necessary. Yeah, I don't like... Yeah, I don't want to play H4. It's theoretically possible, but not the right setup for that, probably. Bishop F4, on the other hand, is interesting. It is interesting. Oh, childhood. Now I'm kind of an anti-smoker since I quit years ago, but there's still the nostalgia. Okay, he found it. C6. Now what? If I castle knight h5, so pretty much there could be a nice line here. Rook e8. I want you to play rook e8. Can you play rook e8 for me? You're never going to play knight h5. Well, knight h5 would work if I don't play h3 here. Yeah, it's always going to work. If I castled and you played rook e8, you lose by force to knight takes d5. That's the only trap I've got. You know. If castles rook e8, knight takes d5, pawn d5, bishop c7, trapping the queen on d8. It's almost, it never happens. You know, I think I've like only ever had it once. Only ever had a chance for that to occur in like one blitz game in my entire life. For someone to get their queen trapped on d8. But probably if I played the exchange variation on a regular basis, it would happen more often. Otters. I need glasses. When Cheers looks like otters, you know you need glasses. I wonder if Husky listens to the stream while he's playing. Sometimes people are annoyed by it, so they don't. So let's hope for knight h5. He would never play that here. It can't happen. There's also knight e4. Wow. Rawr. Did not expect c5 here. Rawr. So thinking outside the box. We have a lot of options in this position. Wow. I mean, what's wrong with knight f8? That's the kind of normal thing to do, right? Knight e4 walks into knight takes d5. That's another perfect example. An even better example of that trap. Question is, rook d1, c4. So I could play like b3 if I want to keep the tension. I don't know which rook to put on d1. He just snapped that right away. I guess rook takes is out of the question. I'm a noob. I mean, Husky's a very good player. He's very fast, but I think I'm kind of comfortable here. Black doesn't have any active counterplay. It's just a solid sort of position. Oh, still he's fine. So what do I do? What would Salo Floor do? Knight d4. Shocking. Yeah. I always reference that game, you know, the classic. Floor had a couple games. One where he beat Botvinnik in an IQP, and another game where he couldn't beat Capablanca. But that's his variation, you know, by the way. Like this queen c2, well, in the normal move order, the idea of playing queen c2 in the orthodox Queen's Gambit is Floor's system. But maybe someone played it before him. Probably. I mean, Alyakin tried everything, right? Wish I had just a little more time here. This doesn't feel right. Why did you scream? Otters! The well-heeled king. Damn, dude, I thought about that. How does that work? You're just straight up sacking a pawn? Wow. Took me a while to figure it out. Now it's too late. Too late to figure it out. That sucks. Well, I should have figured it out before I played the move. Okay. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Whatever. I'm gonna lose an exchange now? That's not okay. That's not cool. That wasn't supposed to happen. Damn. I just lost an exchange. Are you serious? Wow. He's a tactical genius. And he doesn't have to use any time. I just blundered an exchange. It's unbelievable. I don't know what to say. It's just embarrassing. Perfect game by Black. CPL. 12 CPL. In a 25 move game. What is c5? So weird. I have a huge advantage after this. This is a great position for white. I played virtually perfect game. The exact same game as Horvath Chabi against Sultan Varga from 95. Now you played Queen B6. Yeah, it's a big deal. The problem is I expected Bishop B4. He played this other move, the engine's second choice, Knight E4. I just thought he was going to take a pawn. You know, my idea was that he was just going to take one of my pawns, like this or this. And I didn't think it was a big deal. I just forgot he was, like, you know, winning my exchange after Bishop B3. I thought, okay, this is fine. I have a good game. You know, this or this. I'm still better. I just forgot he would win the exchange. It's a very big deal. Yeah, I'm just going from better to lost in one move. Yeah, so Knight E4 is like a brilliant move by black. Obviously, if I saw that, I wouldn't have played Rook D2. I can just take his bishop. I didn't think it was that great, though. The thing is, like, this is pretty weakening with the bishop H6 here, so he probably has to take with the queen. And I'm just better. Yeah. But he's, like, perfect. Perfect player. Alright. On to the next game. Grandmaster Strength. 12 CPL. One mistake and you're dead. Yeah, I don't know. I just have nothing now. You know, I just... Almost Magnus Strength. Jim! No, I don't know. I don't think it's really +2. It was going down. I think realistically I'm like plus 0.8 or something like that. It's not that bad for black. It's not +2. Knight E6, Queen E6, and you have an isolated pawn. It's a totally normal position. You're not lost. +2 is like lost. I don't think that black is lost. He's just worse. Pawn is hanging. Oh, B7 is just hanging? What pawn is hanging? What pawn is hanging? What are we talking about? D5's hanging. Would I have a rook and a knight and a queen attacking it? I could just take it. Well, I mean, you know, you're not automatically losing if you lose your IQP, by the way. Nobody's automatically losing because you have a 4-on-3 majority. I have a 4-on-3 majority on the king side. That is not an automatic win. It depends on the conditions. All right. I would just label that a very standard position, and white is better. But with perfect play, it's probably a draw. You don't want to have like a secondary weakness or something, because then you probably are lost. You know, if I have another advantage of some kind, like control of the open file, or you have another pawn weakness. Jim, interesting move, G3. If I play B6, it's like a full hippo. You're playing the hippo. Alright, man. Let us play, I'm white, you're black. It's a double fianchetto. No, g4 is bad. g4 is always bad. It's the worst move for white in the initial position. You know that, right? Yeah, I knew a guy who played g4 there. He got killed. He played it against uber strong Igor Feugl. It was ugly. No, this is fine. What you're playing is good. It's a double fianchetto. I've been playing it with black. This was my game with Yevgeny. You're playing for a draw guy. Ooh, that's cool. Knight a3. Huh. Interesting. What would Boris Gelfand do? Or Ivanchuk? White's gonna play c4 in the future. Future c4. Yeah, if I'm a chicken, I play knight e8. I was tempted to play it, but come on, man. What is the best move for black here? Bishop f5 or something? It looks weird. It's even possible to play knight e4. Wonder what happens there. What's the stupid move? Knight h4, knight e4. Let's try it. You can play queen c1 now. Didn't do it. You can play it now. It's never too late. Ooh. Exploiting my lack of development. Yeah, this move is a little sketchy. I mean, I'm just not developing my pieces with that move. What about Queen a5 CD? That's probably good for you. So what am I supposed to play? Bishop e6? It doesn't seem right. Yeah, this is an interesting setup. I would play this with white, it's reasonable. But allowing knight c3. Come in. Knight c3, the Roach Motel. So if I play knight c3, I never get out? Is that your concept? I play knight c3, you queen d2, I play d4. So what? Is queen c2 the right square? I don't think so. Though maybe you're okay. You should put it on d2, not c2. d2 makes more sense. I mean, your queen has better mobility there in every possible direction. Here, here, here. Now you're vulnerable to knight b4. Guys, last game. I gotta go. It was fun. But you can always just play like knight b1, I guess. Knight b1 and admit your mistake. That's lame. You have interesting moves. You know, I realize e takes d, c takes d, maybe knight b5, exactly. But should you exchange pawns first? Maybe. It's a funny position. Knight b4, knight a2, rook a2, knight a2, like a6. I have no idea what's going on here. Alright. What does this do? Nothing. Oh, I have knight b5. Oh, okay. So this is actually a problem for white. Baby. Yeah, I thought he should have exchanged pawns first and then played knight b5. Would that have helped? Now his queen's on the right square. I was afraid maybe he has an in-between move here. You can play c takes d? No. No, no. No, no. Another knight. My other brother Daryl. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. I have DE3, but it's not that simple. You know, I thought, okay, this is good. It is good. Oh shit, I have a fork. Oh, he's a check. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. You have a check there. What a coincidence. Okay. That's annoying. Knight c2, queen e5 check. Knight takes d3, I'm like self-pinning. Queen d3, queen c5. He has resources in every variation to escape. So, what do? I just have to play some sort of routine move here. But which one? Rook c1 is next. Rook fc1. Rook fc1. Yeah, that may not be so great. If I go here, he can check me anyway. And he's happy to trade queens to attack my b7 pawn. So queen d6 isn't so great. I need to get my rook out. He still has the knight e5. Then I have to worry about my freaking b7 pawn. This sucks. Not so easy. I don't know. I don't know what to do there. What's the best move for black? Rook c8, queen d6, b6. Am I missing something? Queen b6 to attack b5. I didn't really take that seriously, but maybe I should have. Seriously considered like queen b6 just to physically attack the b pawn. Maybe queen b6 protects b7 and attacks b5. You know. Here I thought he won't do that, but he might. Now what? I still have issues. This is disappointing. Maybe I'm better. But he has 95. Knight b6, knight c6 or something. Just jamming that knight in the c file. I have a better pawn structure, but that's it. He also has d4. Maybe. Last game for today, guys. Now here I guess I'm hoping for something like my turn. Have a miracle. Miraculous. Miracules. Can I play this? Combative. Risky. Combative and risky. I guess I shouldn't really complicate the game with less time, but you have a one-track mind, man. Young and Miracle Grow. Miraculous Poirot. I don't know, there's a lot of potential moves here, right? I don't even know if I have a threat. Do I even, like, technically have any sort of threat if it's my turn in this position? It's always good to kind of keep track of that. Yeah, I mean, I did consider knight g5. Shoot. Maybe it's even better than I thought. Is this a good move? Definitely not. Confusing? Yes. Good? No. Too many options. I don't know what to do. The House of Mirrors. Wait's probably better. It's raining on my desk. Right now we got something. What happened? A follow? Biffa the a-hole. And our whale's cool. Asus. We're getting a lot of follows. Nice, thank you guys. And the donation from Jim earlier, 1,500 bits, appreciate it. Leading the bit charge. So what's Queen F3 about? What are you doing with that? You want to play knight E4? Knight E4, Queen B6. We're just going to be practical. We're being practical about this. Did you have knight takes c3 there and you didn't do it? I'm just a materialist at heart. What? Can you stop that? in the chat room. I should have just sacked for that knight. Why did I not sack? I'm like an idiot. Alright. I was going to do it originally, but I first wanted to get the B pawn. Now white's probably better. What the heck? Now he's like just better. Damn. He's gonna let me win on time. Jim's a nice guy. Right. He just let me win on time. He's probably at least drawing here. Yeah, he was winning. If he just takes... Apparently he's winning, although I don't know. I guess you just pick it up with like... You're gonna pick up this pawn eventually. If you win the pawn, you're winning. What? Well, he's not winning. Why did the computer say white was winning? H3 blunder. Oh, because you're losing after that. Okay. So he wasn't absolutely winning. I was winning. Oh, he was winning earlier. Check and bishop takes d5. Right. Yeah, check and bishop takes d5. And the difference is now you're getting my e7 pawn. Yeah, totally lost. I just freaked out. Lots of blunders. c4, here, here, here. This is okay. Now I missed queen b4. And then I just panicked. This is okay. Here, here. What did I do wrong? I just blundered there with rook c6. So I could have played rook d8. I was afraid you would take this. It's nothing. Okay, a lot of stupid blunders and time pressure. But I mean, basically, until this point, both of us... I have 15 seconds left. He had 2 minutes. We played a reasonable game until that. So, no one has played this 94 move. It's probably a bit much. This is probably a mistake for me to play 94 here. I'm not developing my pieces. I tell Acerbate not to do this all the time. You know, this is just non-developing move. It's move 8, and I'm moving my knight a second time. You know, Keith Arkell would definitely love like 98 or something. And it's playable, but it's not the best move. I mentioned bishop f5. I wasn't sure I liked it. Kuzubov. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. You know, you can do bishop g4 if you want to. It's nothing special. You could do b6, I guess. Yeah, interesting. I think it's a good system. You know, it's a good system for white. It's fluid. You're just playing, you know. I like the knight a3 queen's Indian idea. But other thing was you could have played queen c1 here. Apparently that's bad. Okay, so you've got to make the exchange first. Bishop g7, king g7. Now you could have gone here to put your queen on b2 and defend your knight. But I don't think c4 is a bad move. So this was a mistake. It's not a big mistake if it is a mistake. I don't have that many options. Bishop g4. It's funny. If bishop g4, h3. Now I take and give up my light square bishop. That looks pretty stupid, but I guess it's okay. I don't really like giving it up for nothing. Some girls feel otherwise. But, yeah. Nice game. This is an interesting opening. Bishop e6. d3. Yeah, this was too much. I was just having fun. Yeah, you missed queen d2. You're good after queen d2. You have a good position. My knight, it is stupid. It was too much. Alright, anyway. Interesting game. I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. We'll see you for the Sunday simul stream at 6:30 CET. Some men insist on not developing their pieces. Like, Acerbate comes to mind. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you on Sunday. Laters. Bye-bye.